What's up, YouTube? I hope each and every one of you guys are healthy and achieving at least one of your goals today. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the 2023 Lincoln Corsair Reserve. Huge thank you to Thomas Proctor over at Britt Lincoln of Chantilly, Virginia for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you are interested in this particular Corsair Reserve or any Lincoln product, I'll be sure to have Thomas's information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. It is a beautiful day outside here today, and I normally don't say that on cloudy days, but the past couple weeks here have been hot and humid, and this is definitely a nice change because it's a little bit breezy, 80 degrees and no humidity with no sun beating down on me. So I take that as a win. Thank you to Mother Nature for giving me this day. But just like I always do, first, let's talk about the exterior and the performance. So like I said, this is a 2023 Lincoln Corsair Reserve, and this particular one has been painted in the $750 Whisper Blue Metallic, which is one of the nicest colors, in my opinion, that you can choose for on the Corsair. And by the way, this is a new color to the Corsair for 2023. But not only is this color new to the Corsair for 2023, the Corsair got refreshed both inside and out with a bigger, more aggressive looking front grille. You also get subtle exterior lighting tweaks and new, bigger screens on the interior. But let's start over here at our headlights. So with the Corsair Reserve, you get LED headlights with automatic high beams, as well as LED daytime running lights and LED turn signals. Now, working our way to the center of the front end, like I just mentioned, for 2023, you now get a bigger updated front grille with your Lincoln logo at the center of your grille. And you also may notice that the grille itself is like the Lincoln logo incorporated into the grille design. So you can see these chrome pieces right here resemble, excuse my voice crack right there, these Lincoln logo things kind of resemble your Lincoln logo at the center, and I think that's a really cool design cue. And you notice that on the Aviator as well as the Navigator. The welcome lighting is turning on as I'm getting closer to the vehicle. That's because I have the proximity key fob in my pocket. But again, at the center of your front grille is where you will find your Lincoln logo. And then at the bottom of your Lincoln logo is where you will find your forward-facing camera. That forward-facing camera comes a part of the $2,940 Collection 2 package. And not only does it include that forward-facing camera, you also get side cameras. So it does get a 360-degree view camera system with Collection 2, as well as you get 4 forward-facing sensors as well with the Collection 2 package, and I'll point those out to you right now. So you get 1, that's 2, that is 3, and then that is 4. And then working our way down just a tad bit more, you get a chrome trim piece that runs beneath your grille right here. And then you also get gloss black L-shaped trim pieces on the outside of the front bumper, which I'll point out to you now. So this is what I'm referring to. It is gloss black, and that leads nicely into your gloss black lower grille. And then all the way at the bottom of your front bumper, you have a piece of gray trim. So this gray trim also is at the rear, which I'll show you here in a minute. But just remember, you get gray trim all the way at the bottom of your front bumper, and you'll see that throughout the exterior design as we progress along in the video. Now, working our way down the side, you get a side marker light right here, as well as satin black wheel arch moldings. Now coming down just a tad bit, this particular one's been optioned with the $1,150 20-inch black with machine face wheels. These wheels are wrapped in two 45/45 Continental cross contact tires. I'll give you a view of the tread pattern on these tires as best that I can there real quick, and that is a look at that. One thing I wanted to mention that also comes a part of the Collection 2 include the rain sensing wipers as well as the windshield wiper de-icer. So I'm not sure if the GoPro is going to pick up those little lines right there. But essentially, you know, if you live in Alaska and ice builds up on your windshield, it's not going to build up here, and it's not going to build up on your windshield wipers because of that windshield wiper de-icer. So that is definitely a nice option or feature that you get with the Collection 2. Another thing I wanted to say is that if you do not like this wheel option, you have 2 other wheel options. Well, actually, this is one of the wheel options, but you get 2 other wheel options other than the standard wheels with the Corsair Reserve, and these are one of those wheel options. So the standard wheels are a 19-inch. Again, these are a 20. But working our way into the side view mirrors, you get gloss black mirror caps with integrated turn signals. These side view mirrors are heated. You get your blind spot monitoring on the upper left-hand side of your driver's side mirror and on the upper right-hand side of your passenger side mirror. They are also power folding, and your driver's side mirror is auto dimming, which is very, very nice. And then at the bottom of both of your side view mirrors, you get a little puddle light right there to illuminate this area at night, which is very nice. And then you also get a couple options with the Collection 2 package, and those include the memory settings for your side view mirrors and the 360-degree view camera system, which gives you the side view cameras on the bottoms of your side view mirror. So again, with the Collection 2, you get those memory side view mirror settings as well as the side view cameras on both of your side view mirrors. Now, let's do a little side profile shot of the Corsair. I think this is a very good looking Lincoln SUV, and I think this is a better looking SUV than the Cadillac XT5. That's my personal opinion. I also think that the Cadillac Escalade looks better than the Navigator, but I think the Corsair looks better than the XT5. But working our way from the top is where we're going to start. You get these brushed aluminum roof rails as well as chrome window trim. You also get body color door handles with keyless access and illumination. So you get a light right down in there, and that's going to illuminate. You can see now the light is on. Basically, that's going to make it a little bit easier to find your door handles at night. I know such an unnecessary option or feature, but you do get them on all 4 of your door handles. And again, keyless access is also on all 4 of your door handles. And then on both of your front doors, you have your Corsair badging with a nice chrome trim piece, and all the Corsair lettering is chrome as well. And then the backing plate is satin black, and then you also get satin black door cladding at the bottom of all your passenger doors, and you get another gray trim piece there as well. You'll see that you get in the front, you get that gray trim piece in the sides, and then also on the back as well. But working our way up to here, you get a satin black shark fin antenna. You also get a capless filler neck, and that is what that looks like down in there. You get a body color roof spoiler with an integrated LED third brake light. You obviously get a rear window defogger as well as your rear wiper right here. Your Lincoln lettering back here is in chrome, and then obviously you get LED taillights back here as well. You get another chrome trim piece at the center of your power lift gate. And with the Collection 2 package, you get a hands-free lift gate. But locate your C, come down a little bit, and that is where you will find your backup camera. That backup camera works with your 360-degree view camera system. And then just underneath your L is where you'll find this little pad. Press on that pad and the power lift gate will open up to reveal honestly quite a bit of trunk space considering the size of this vehicle. But on the left hand side of your trunk is where you'll find a 12-volt power outlet. You also get a little storage cubby on the passenger side of the trunk. There's a better view of the trunk. This particular one's been optioned with the $200 all-weather floor mats, which is what these are right here. And then underneath everything is where you will find your spare tire. Now, pressing on that button right here, and the power lift gate will begin to drop. There are a couple other things that I wanted to go over while we were in the back. Is that you also do get 2 reflector slash side marker lights on the both sides of the rear end. You also get a satin black lower rear bumper with 4 integrated sensors, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then just like the front, you get that gray trim. You get a gray rear valance back here with dual exhaust. And then if you were wondering about the max tow capacity of the Lincoln Corsair Reserve with the 2-liter 4-cylinder is 3,000 pounds. I think that is, relatively capable considering, what this vehicle is. Other vehicles in this class, their tow capacity ranges from like 1,000 pounds to 1,500 pounds to maybe like 2,000 pounds. So I would say this is rather capable, considering what this SUV is built for. Let me know if you agree with my statement about the tow capacity in the comments down below. But with that stuff out of the way, let's move into performance. Popping open that hood reveals that 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder that makes 250 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission for a 0 to 60 time in 6.1 seconds. If you were wondering about fuel economy, you can achieve 21 miles per gallon in the city, 28 miles per gallon on the highway for 21 miles per gallon combined with all-wheel drive. I think those fuel economy numbers are pretty good, especially considering, this is not a small SUV. It's not a big SUV, but it is rather powerful considering its size. But If you're enjoying the video so far today, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot get there without your support. I would really appreciate it if you guys would just take 1 second, give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Again, I'd really appreciate it. But with that stuff out of the way, let's move into the interior. Moving into the interior, like I mentioned a little bit ago in the video, you do get keyless access. All you got to do is have your key fob in your pocket, walk up to the vehicle, put your hand behind the door handle, and the vehicle will unlock. You can also lock the vehicle by running your finger across these hash marks right here, and the vehicle will lock. You can tell the vehicle locks because the side view mirrors auto fold in. But I wanted to show you one more thing, or one more way you can get into the interior without having the key fob, and that is to come over here, remember your key code, type in your key code, and that will unlock the vehicle. So just remember your key code, and if you forget your key, you can still unlock the vehicle with that keypad there. But I wanted to show you a couple of the functions on the key fob. Starting from the top, you have your unlock function, you have your lock function, you have your remote start function, you have your power liftgate button there, and then all the way at the bottom, you have your panic function. So to remote start the vehicle, press the lock button, then press the button under the lock button twice, and the vehicle will fire up. But stepping on into the interior color code is called Sandstone, and that is a look at what that looks like. But starting over here at our driver's side door panel, all of this area here is all vinyl wrapped. You get some black trim here. You get your power front seat controls. You get 3 memory seat adjustment settings. And then this is what your speaker surround looks like. You get a chrome looking door handle, unlock and your lock functions. All of this is some piano black trim. Pressing on that button will power fold in or out your side view mirrors. That's going to restrict your passenger window privileges. You have your power side view mirror controls here. And then you get automatic up and down windows at all 4 corners, as well as this area here where the Sandstone is all leather wrapped, and you get a nicely padded armrest as well. And then at the bottom of the door panel, you get a little bit of miscellaneous storage space and a speaker. But taking a look at our door sill, you get a brushed aluminum Lincoln door sill. That's a look at that. And then this is what your seats look like. One thing I really like about Ford and Lincoln is that they give you adjustable headrests that not only go up and down, but they also move forwards and backwards, so you can get your head exactly where you want it to be on a long road trip. So you don't have to use your neck muscles. You just put your head up against that and it will hold you. It's a very nice little feature that makes a big difference when it comes to the interior comfort of a vehicle. But stepping on into the Corsair, you may notice what's brand new for the 2023 model year, and what that includes is now a 12.3 inch digital gauge cluster, as well as a 13.2 inch Sync 4 infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. But I'm going to press this button right here and everything's going to turn on, because you still do have to do the push button start sequence when you remote start the vehicle. But starting over here, pressing on that button is going to open and or close your power lift gate, and then that is to dim your gauge cluster as well as your backlit buttons. This is to brighten your gauge cluster as well as your backlit buttons, and then you have your headlight controls right here. I like to leave it in headlights automatic. And then coming over to here, you get a power tilting and telescoping steering wheel. So what I mean by that, steering wheel will come towards you, it'll go away from you, and then it will also move up and down to your liking, which is very nice. And then zooming out, this is what your steering wheel looks like. Obviously it is a leather wrapped steering wheel. It feels very premium in your hand. It's kind of like a two-tone, so you get like that darker color, and then you get the Sandstone. And then I do want to show you what the turn signal sounds like, so let's take a listen to that. That is what your turn signal sounds like. I'm going to turn the ventilated seats off so you get a better sound of what I'm saying. And then at the end of your turn signal stock, you have this little button right here. That is to turn your lane keeping system on or off. And then obviously this is also your high beam control stock as well. But again, zooming back out, one thing that's kind of interesting about the Lincoln steering wheels, no matter which model you get, is that you get this button right here to speak to the vehicle. So just be mindful when you're turning the vehicle, you could accidentally hit it and then it's going to start talking to you. So that is what that button does there. I'm going to cancel that because I don't need it. And also behind your steering wheel, you have your steering wheel mounted paddle shifters. So on the right hand side of the steering wheel, you have your upshift paddle. On the left hand side of the steering wheel, you have your downshift paddle. And then obviously at the center of your steering wheel is where you'll find your horn. Let's take a listen to that. That is what the horn sounds like on the 2023 Corsair. But coming over to here, pushing up on that, that's volume up. Pushing down on that, that is volume down. And then that is to go back on a track, and that is to go forward on a track. This is going to turn your adaptive cruise control system on. So now you can see this lights up, this lights up. So when you turn that button on, these buttons light up. So you can see they're on. I'm gonna press that button again. Now the cruise control system is off. By the way, that is adaptive cruise control. And then coming over to here, that is your navigation. So if you click up on that, that's gonna bring you into this screen on here. But this has multiple functions. So now this is a back button, whereas now it will bring you into your audio stuff. That is your phone stuff. So when I click over to the right, now that brings you into your phone stuff. And now that's an OK button. So if I clicked over to the right, now that's gonna bring me into that. So that is what that is. Click over one more time. For some reason, it doesn't want to go into the audio stuff. I'm clicking over to the audio stuff, but it's not bringing the audio stuff up on screen. Anyways, clicking down one more time, that will bring you into your different settings. So this is what your settings screen looks like. And then again, that's your back button. And then clicking this right here will bring you into this screen. So now this is your calm screen. Now, if I wanted to go throughout that screen, I click that button. Now that's bringing me at trip 1, fuel economy stuff, tire pressure stuff, power distribution stuff, driver assistance stuff. And then you can also have your calm screen. And that's kind of about it for that screen there. This is what your calm screen looks like. I kind of don't like the calm screen too much. I think I would have it either on this screen. I think this is the screen that it was on. So this is the screen that I'm going to leave it on. But yeah, that's kind of about it for that. And then if you want to use your cruise control stuff and you have this on, there's actually like a physical button that you touch on the back side of the controls down here. So you can see that. Click that button again and all those buttons go away again. But now moving into our screen again, this is a 12.3 inch digital gauge cluster, and this is new to the Corsair for the 2023 model year. So on the left-hand side of your gauge cluster, you have your tachometer, also known as your RPM gauge. And then on the right-hand side, you have your speedometer. You also have your digital speedometer readout at the center of your speedometer. And then down here is your speed limit sign. That's your lane keeping system on. Transmission status stuff. Again, we have the driver assistance screen at the center right now, so that is what that is. That's your ambient exterior temperature. That is the compass. That's letting us know that the auto stop start system is off at the moment. Right down here, you have your coolant temperature gauge, and then over there, you have your fuel range. That is your odometer. And then all the way down here, you have your fuel gauge, and that's kind of about it for that screen. Obviously, on the right hand side of your steering column, you have your windshield wiper control stock for your front windshield wipers and your rear wiper. But moving over to here, again, this is also new for 2023, and this is your 13.2 inch Sync 4 infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto connectivity. If you can see that Lincoln logo up in the upper left-hand section of the screen, that is now, because I'm in Apple CarPlay, that is your home button. So if I press there, it's gonna bring me into my home screen. So this is what your home screen looks like. You get your navigation stuff, you have your audio stuff, you have your Apple CarPlay stuff, you have your settings, you have your features, you have your apps. We'll go into our features. So you can go between your different driver assistance features here. I'll show you one of these screens. So that is one driver assistance screen. That is two driver assistance screen. And then that is your third driver assistance screen. A lot of driver assistance features with this vehicle. And then that is your time. And then over here is your temperature. You also get a secondary split screen over here that you can bring up your navigation stuff, your phone stuff. You can also bring in your audio stuff. So you get your audio stuff, you have your navigation stuff, you have your phone stuff, you have your, I think, trip stuff and your fuel economy stuff. And then that's kind of about it for that screen. You can also, I think, bring that over. But yeah, that's what you can do over there. And then one thing though, is that you may notice what's also new for 2023 is that you no longer get physical climate control buttons, which I think is a mistake. I think Lincoln made a big mistake there, and they brought now all the climate controls on throughout the screen. Obviously, they make it very accessible to turn your climate stuff on and off, but I always like physical buttons as opposed to buttons throughout the screen. That's just the way that I am. But yeah, that's kind of about it for that screen here. I'm gonna go throughout the bottom of the screen now because this is all your climate control stuff. So you get your heated and your ventilated seats with the Collection 2. Again, the Collection 2 is a $2,940 option. And then obviously you have dual zone climate, so you get climate controls there, climate controls over there, and then you have your heated steering wheel. The heated steering wheel also comes a part of the Collection 2 package as well, and then you have all your climate control stuff there. If you want to bring the climate control throughout this entire screen, you click this right here, and then that's going to bring the climate throughout the entire screen. So that is what the climate control screen looks like, and this is what it looks like when it is on. I'm going to turn it on now. Give me a second. So now that is what the climate control screen looks like when it's actually blowing air. Pretty cool. and then click it back over to here. Click that again, and that's going to turn the climate control system back off. Now, that's about it for that screen. This is very similar screen to what you find in the new Ford Escape. Now, coming down a little bit, you get 2 HVAC vents. You also get 1 big HVAC vent looking thing, but I don't believe that that is an actual HVAC vent. It just looks like one. So you have 4 HVAC vents on the dash. That's 1, 2, 3, and then your 4th one is over there. You get a vinyl wrap dash up top here. You get a speaker, as well as some beautiful wood grain trim above there. And then all of this is leather wrapped. Very, very nice looking. And then you have your push button, start button, park, reverse, neutral, and drive. One thing that's kind of interesting is that your moving gears actually have a little texture to them. Not sure if it's going to come up on camera, but it kind of does right there. You can see it. You can see that, and then it's smooth on the neutral and the park button. Coming down, get your volume control knob. That is for your parking. So you can go into here. It's going to bring you to a parking lot, and then you can also turn your parking sensors on or off by the push of that button up top there. Coming down, pressing on that button right there will bring you into your 360-degree view camera system. The 360-degree view camera system also comes a part of the $2,940 collection too, and you can also turn the parking sensors on or off by the push of that button. You can go between your different camera views by pressing on those 3 lines, and then that will bring you into your different camera views here. Boom. Backup camera with guidance lines. This is the screen that I personally like, and yeah, coming over, you have your hazard button. You get your auto stop start on or off button. That is to turn traction control on or off. And then you have your max defroster. You get a nice Lincoln logo right here. And then coming down a little bit, you get a USB-C port. You get a USB-A port. This one has been optioned with the wireless charging pad. The wireless charging pad also comes a part of the Collection 2 package. I have an iPhone 14 Pro Max, and it fits down in there no problem. That is what that looks like down in there. You can see my pen is there as well. If you guys want to buy these pens, they're 703 speed pens. I don't actually have them for sale, but if you want to buy them, let me know in the comments. That stuff will help support my channel. This is your drive mode selector here. You got a couple different drive modes. So going all the way to one side, you have conserve, you have excite, you have normal mode, you have slippery mode, and that's it. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different drive modes. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 different drive modes. So again, you have your slippery mode, you have your normal mode, excite, and conserve. This is your electronic parking brake. You get 2 cup holders right here. You get a nicely padded center fold down armrest. You get a little divider down in here. You also get a 12-volt power outlet here as well. You get a little light, and I'd say 40% of my forearm fits down in there. So not the biggest amount of storage space down in there, but you can fit exactly what you need to down in there. Coming over to here, you get a lockable glove box. You can fit what you need to aside from your owner's manual in there. You get an auto dimming rear view mirror, let you know if your passenger airbag is on or off up top here. Driver gets a light, passenger gets a light. And then this particular one has also been optioned with the $1,700 panoramic roof. So this button right here is for the shade, and then the button to the left of it is for the sunroof itself. I'm not going to open it up because it is starting to rain a little bit. And then you also do get a spot you could set a taco and or your sunglasses up top there. And then moving over to the right, universal garage door opener. You get a clip here. You can set money, registration, or any paper product. You get another one on the inside of the visor. Opening up the vanity mirror, you get a vanity mirror and 2 vanity lights. And then this also slides forwards and backwards to your liking. Bluetooth mic pickup for a Bluetooth phone right there. You get another one on that side. I do believe that this is for the temperature control. Not 100% sure. If that's not what it is, let me know in the comments down below. But that's kind of about it for what we got going on here in these front seats. I did want to go over a couple of things. So this one again has the optional $2,940 Collection 2 package, which includes the heated and the ventilated front seats, the 360-degree view camera system, the front parking sensors, the reverse automatic brake assist, the reverse brake assist, the memory side view mirrors, the heated steering wheel, the wireless charging pad, as well as everything else that you can see on screen right now. The only other real option besides like those all-weather floor mats that this has is the $1,600 panoramic roof. But now I'm gonna throw all these safety features on screen. You can take a look at everything that comes standard, as well as what comes with the Collection 2. I mean, this thing has a ton of safety features for its price point. And now I'm gonna throw the entire window sticker on screen. You guys can take a look at whatever you want to, the optional stuff, the standard stuff, the safety stuff. But basically, I'm just gonna highlight the MSRP. So the MSRP of the way that this particular 20 2023 Lincoln Corsair Reserve is spec'd is $53,260. Honestly, I think this is a great value considering what you get. I did a video a couple weeks ago of a Cadillac XT5. It was the base model, and it was about $49,000, and it didn't really have many options nearly as many options as this vehicle has here. So I think this is a great value considering it's a premium vehicle. It looks good, it feels good, it's comfortable. By the way, these seats, very, very comfortable, especially the driver's seat. Sound system is actually surprisingly good. I was surprised by how good the sound system sounded, but I do want to show you what we got going on in these rear seats before we go on a drive. So taking a look at the rear door panel, looks very similar to what you would find in the front. You get automatic up and down windows in the back, a little bit of miscellaneous storage space down there. Then you get a speaker there, you get a speaker there. This is what your seats look like, by the way. Pulling up on this, you can drop the second row seats for a little bit more storage space. I'm gonna close that back up and step into the interior. This is what the interior looks like. You can see I am adjusted behind myself. I have a ton of knee room and a ton of leg room. I also have a ton of headroom left over as well. You get 2 HVAC vents here. Coming down just a tad, you get 2 USB-C ports. Actually, you get 4 USB-C ports, 2 on this side, 2 on that side. That is very, very nice. Seat back pocket behind the driver's seat. You also get one behind the passenger seat, as well as a center fold-down armrest with 2 cup holders. That is what that looks like right there. You also get an OPU panel, a spot you can set your dry cleaning, and a dome light. Same stuff on this side as well. And also, I gotta say, these seats are actually pretty comfortable. You can also recline these seats. You can see now my seat is reclined and I'm very, very comfortable. I'm honestly surprised by the amount of legroom and knee room that I have in this vehicle. You know, you would expect maybe a little bit less considering what this looks like from the outside. But you know, we've talked about the exterior, we've talked about the performance, and now we've talked about what's going on here in the interior of the Corsair. So I want to see what this thing's like to drive, as I'm assuming you guys do as well. So I will see you guys in the driver's seat. All right, now on to the driving portion of the review, where this thing rides and drives very, very nicely. It's got plenty of power, more than enough power for what you really need, and it just makes the driving experience very, very effortless. One thing that I really appreciate that Lincoln focuses on is comfort. So not only is your ride very comfortable, the seats are very, very comfortable and supportive, especially, you know, for somebody like me. I'm 150 some pounds, and this seat is very, very comfortable. I think even if you were like 200 pounds, maybe 220, I still think you'd be very comfortable in these seats. They're just super, super supportive, and every time I get into a Lincoln, I'm always reminded of how comfortable their seats are. And it's the same thing for a Ford. Ford seats are also very, very comfortable. It's just, it makes for a really pleasant driving experience. One thing, let's take a listen. It's also a very, very quiet experience on the inside as well, which is something that I also appreciate. I think that the redesign for 2023 for the Corsair looks awesome. I think they did a great job. I love the new grille design. I think it looks better than the last one. I think the last one still looked good, but this just makes it even better. You know, I like the different lines, the different, you know, it's just a little bit more angular and it's just bigger. You know, it just looks better. I think they did a great job with the redesign. And then I also really like the Sync 4 infotainment system with the wireless CarPlay and the wireless Android Auto. The only thing that I don't really like about the interior is the lack of physical climate control buttons. They had it right the first time. They had it right last year. I think that they should have never gotten rid of the physical climate control buttons. That's one gripe that I do have. I think it's a mistake. I really think I always like to have a physical climate control stack. And they had it, but now they don't have it. But it is rather easy to control the climate control system throughout the screen. It's just, you know, it takes a little bit of extra effort, whereas before you didn't have to because you had those physical buttons and the physical knob. So Lincoln, if anybody's watching from Lincoln, you guys should definitely bring back the physical buttons. I think not only I will agree, but I think a few other people will appreciate it as well. Overall, man, this thing is a great, great vehicle. Take a listen, or take a look at the power. Here's floored. plenty of power, more than enough power than you would need in a vehicle like this. And honestly, a lot of vehicles in this category, they don't have the power that this has. This thing has a ton of power, a ton of get up and go. The sound system actually was surprisingly good. I was surprised at how good the sound system was. However, you did get like a $200 credit because they did remove the subwoofer for whatever reason. So you do get a credit for that. I'm curious to hear what you think about this redesign for the 2023 model year. I think a lot of people are going to like it. I don't see how you wouldn't like it compared to last year's model. One thing that I really like though are the black mirror caps. I think that is awesome, a nice little touch, and I think the black mirror caps match to either these, actually any of the wheel options that you get, even the standard ones. But I think these mirror caps match to the wheels that are on this vehicle. This thing looks really, really good. I think the black mirror caps do come standard. Doesn't matter which reserve you get black mirror caps, and they look phenomenal on the Whisper Blue. I think this color is a really, really nice color. It is new to the Corsair for 2023 as well, and I think it looks awesome. It's just a really, really nice color, and I wish I would have been able to see it in the sun because I know that it would have looked awesome. But overall, this is a really, really pleasant driving experience. It's got the power, it's got the comfort, it's got the looks. So, you know, if you're looking at a vehicle, a luxury SUV, but that's on the smaller side, I think you should definitely put this on your list. These are kind of hard to come by. It's just the way that it is. Like the past couple times I've tried to do videos with Corsairs, they've never really had them, but now they did have a couple, so I did kind of get lucky that they did have a couple on their lot today. So if you get lucky, I think you should go out and at least test drive one of these, because I think you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. They're very comfortable, they're very peppy, and I think they look very good as well. And then just the interior, it's just really, really supple and nice here on the interior. So that's it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm now on my journey to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot get there without your support. So if you took anything from this video, please again give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. But like I said, that's it for today's video. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.